Hey boys, how we going?
Oh, hey.
Thank fuck for the bar, man. And from what I could tell just prior for us going live, it sounds like you guys had a little bit of a bar session last night.
Oh, it's just this man on his own.
Oh, it's just that man.
Captain Morgan.
Australia.
What did you say, Straya? That's fantastic, man.
Have a little bit of
Of course,
Guys, so good to see you. I've really been looking forward to getting some stories behind This Is Spudgun. That is one of the best band names I've come across this year.
Thanks, dude. So Helhammer, that's a fucking awesome name, bro.
Yeah, it's sort of like not that I want to talk about my name, but it's really just an amalgamation between my last name and my wife's last name. So that is a long story. Long story, very short. Yeah.
Fucking sick, bro. So wait, what's your last name?
My last name is Helbo.
And your wife?
Is Ham. So we got Helham. And then just in plural, because there's two of us, we're the Hellhammers.
Fucking sick, dude. That's awesome. Goals, relationship goals, right there.
That's it, man. And now we've got three little boys, so there's a whole Helhammer clan now, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Sick, bro. Sick.
Nice one.
And then and then over to you. How about This Is Spudgun? How the hell did that come about?
We had the Spudgun part because my cousin was seeing this dude, and we're all hanging out one night, and he goes, "Oh, do you want to see my Spudgun?" And he didn't pull his cock out. And yeah, it was this huge canister with big poly pipe, and it's still and he just loaded up this thing and shot potatoes off into the sky. It was amazing. Over the sky with Morley.
And Clint's life changed. He was like, I love Spudgun. But then the This Is we came up with the This Is.
Yeah, we were because everywhere online
Spudgun was already taken.
Yeah.
That was our Spudgun saying, so fuck. So I remember we'd go every gig we played, we'd gather the crew after. It's like, guys, what should we be called? And we got some fucking outrageous names. Like one of it was Gandhi's rocket launcher. We were going to be for a little bit. We thought it was cool, but it didn't capture the Spudgun thing. And then we were chilling in my lounge, and we saw, This Is England, the movie This Is England.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. And one of us,
and a good series too.
Good little plug. And we saw that, and we were like, dude, why don't we just call it This Is Spudgun? And then it's like, fuck you to all the others. Like, they're sort of Spudgun, but this is Spudgun.
This is Spudgun.
Yeah.
It's Spudgun.
So that's it, yeah.
I love it. So tell me again, so what exactly is a Spudgun?
It's just a poly pipe with a chamber at the back. And so you've got one pipe, then it opens up into a bigger one. You push a potato down there, you fill the back with aerosol, and you have a source of ignition in the back, usually like a barbecue sparker or something. And you
or just pressurized there, even.
Yeah, but it's generally aerosol and a spark, and you put a potato in there, slap it on the ass, and
it goes shunk.
Makes a bit of yeah.
Just another way of causing chaos.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like you should totally put that in your merch on your merch site.
Way ahead of you, bro. Way ahead of you. That's
cool,
all,
man. Yeah, I went on there earlier and saw that I think you had a shirt that you could buy, but I think it said it was like a month or two away.
Yeah, because of quarantine and everything, we're sort of crowdfunding for now. Just gaining interest to begin with, because frankly, man, we're good with like the stage thing where we just fucking rock, but we're not so good with literally everything else.
Right.
All of the other shit is just work. You know what I mean? So like sorting out shirts and all that shit. Like none of us want to be doing that. Give us a stage. Yeah. That's where we're happy. So baby step. We'll get it.
I don't even wear a shirt half the time. What do we need that for?
But yeah, I could imagine. Obviously, it would have been a little while since you guys have been on stage, sort of given the whole lockdown and all that crap.
14th of March was our last show at the Boston. That was good fun.
And how long ago was that?
It's fun, good.
That was the second one. They actually turned us off.
Which one, sorry?
at the last show, we were about to play our last song, and the whole venue died. Like the power went out. We shorted it.
Really?
The system, yeah. And we had the whole crowd going, Spudgun, like one more song. It's like, we literally fucking can't.
So I broke my guitar on the stage and gave it to the good people that had come down to see us.
Who tore it apart. Who probably tore it apart like vultures, man.
Nice, man. Well, I've seen some of the clips from your live shows. It looks pretty wild.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we just get up there and fucking, jump about and have a good time and try and get everyone else in on it as well,
What we do is we put a couple of roller skates on the on the stage, so anyone caught standing still is going to move soon. Roll. Got some bubbles as well. A little bit of grease spilled from these guys' motorbikes.
We just go into the kitchen with par beforehand and get some grease out of the vat and just spread that on the dance floor.
Nice.
Just have a bit of fun,
I'm assuming you must have a pretty big public liability insurance.
What's that?
Like a.
At some point.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure that's not necessary if if you sort of have everybody sort of going along the same way, everybody would just be sliding around.
That's a good idea. I give my life to write that shit down. Like Death Club. Thank you, Helhammer. You're the fucking man, bro.
So how about sort of coming forward? Have you guys got any gigs lined up? Because as sort of what I can see now, they're sort of starting to sort of open up the venues again.
We've got Perth Rocks.
Possibly, yeah. Perth Rocks on the 3rd of October.
I think we've got to go through our all our gigs that we had booked, because we were booked all the way, like from March all the way through like August, September. I'm pretty sure we had almost like a gig twice a month or something like that at least.
So busy.
And then it's just all fucking butkus at the moment.
It's not really something that we seek out. Often we probably should be a little bit more proactive about getting gigs, but they always just sort of come at us, so we're just waiting for that to happen again, really, as things open up. So we're do you want to play? Fuck yeah, we want to play. And then we'll be there.
But so how are you guys sort of treating the band? Because I remember, like you said before, that you just want to be on stage, you just want to play. There's obviously a bit more to sort of getting a band out there, and you've recorded some songs recently, because we just played one of them as the intro here. How are you guys going about doing sort of like the boring, like the admin side of things?
Getting Ian to do it.
Yeah, a mad shout out.
Thank you very much, Ian.
We got mate Ian. So before that, we were doing as much as we could on our own, all of that boring stuff. But our mate Ian said that he was, he's a big fan of the band, and he's like wanted to sort of dip his toe into doing like management stuff and whatnot. So I said, bruv, use us as your guinea pigs. If you fuck up, who cares? But like give it a shot. And he's been super fucking awesome for us, like just helping out. Some mad shouts to him and his partner Lou. Yeah, I mean,
anything that we don't want to do regards to the admin side of things, we just go, Ian,
which is hilarious.
Do this for us?
This is Spinal Tap. Also have a manager called Ian. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Ian, David.
So did he just volunteer, or did you guys sort of drag him into it? Or?
I think I sort of roped him into it, but I was very hands-off about it. Like, he was just talking about it. And I said, dude, if you ever wanted to, you'd be fucking more than welcome. And then he hit me up a couple of days later, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. And here we are.
Awesome.
It's like he was saying, if we were more proactive, I feel like we'd be doing a lot better. Like we'd have merch out, we'd be playing like bigger shows maybe. But it's almost like, I don't know about you guys, but it's like a point of pride to not do that shit. We focus on like jamming every week, being fucking mental, coming up with like signing waivers when you come in. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Like things to make the live show fun. So we've got pyrotechnics and the spud funnel and shit. Our thinking is that if the live show is dope, people will come, and it seems to be working. So.
Spud funnel. Spud funnel. Just on that, can you just tell me a bit more about that? What's a spud funnel?
I'll go have a look.
Apparently not.
If I can, is the back room open?
Yeah.
Is it like where the
It might be where the drum shit stuff is. Yeah. He'll have a look to see if he can find it. But why don't you tell them a little bit about what the spud funnel is?
The spud funnel. The spud funnel. The spud funnel.
It's a good time. That's what it is. Beer goes in, dancing comes out.
Straight up.
Yeah. And then we're trying to see how many funnels we can get people from the crowd to do in a night, you know.
Right.
So I think it's at least over 10 at this point.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We try and break the record every night. So some, like, for slower gigs or smaller ones, we'll get, like, 2 or 3 people coming up and chugging out. But for the really good ones, it's like, it's my job to go up and do it. And I'm supposed to be keeping count. But with the chaos and the pandemonium that's going on, it ends up just, you're next, you, come on. You can't, like, we don't even have enough beer to give to these people, you know, which is exactly how we like it. That's the way to go.
Nice. Well, I suppose that's a pretty good way of sort of getting people in the mood as well.
Yeah, sure. But get on our level, you know, because often we'll play and you get a lot of this. You know, and that's fine. Everyone enjoys a gig their own way, but if you just give them that little prompt, you know, like chug a beer, bro, you'll have a lot more fun. Here it is.
For sure.
Give it a rinse out for us, and I'll give
You'll
it a
do one?
demonstration.
Okay.
I'll give it a demonstration.
This is our spud funnel here. Oh fuck, it's still got shit in it.
What is that?
Spud funnel.
Okay, I'm gonna rinse it.
Spider!
Oh, this is gold. The spud funnel.
We had some spiders hanging off it when we did a Halloween show. Not real spiders, or maybe they were. I can't tell. But yeah. Little fucking
Tarantulas.
Yeah.
Is that have you guys got like a DIY to how you build a spud funnel? It looks like it could be a little bit of a shout out to Bunnings or something there.
Yeah, it's probably like super
service
cheap oil.
Stations, yeah.
Super cheap oil and you know, whoever's garden hose or whoever's house we were at.
Yeah, that one was made by some spare fucking duct tape. Yeah, ran down to it was before a show. Like, oh shit, I think we lost. No, we didn't. Well, we wanted to take a funnel and we didn't have one, so I ran down to the service station and got one from there, and you know, cut a bit of the garden hose up. Taped it on.
Away she goes.
And away we go.
That's fantastic, man. That is totally. I reckon you should totally have that in your merch. Should have like the official spud funnel.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something we've been talking about as well. See if we can.
Spud funnel. Spud funnel.
This is good. This is good.
This is spud funnel.
This is a live spud funnel.
Yeah, boy.
Directly from, was it Nathan's house?
Yeah. What should we chant? Let's chant Helhammer. Helhammer.
Let's do it.
Helhammer. 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 Helhammer.
And
Helhammer. Helhammer. That's it. Go Ethan.
Yes.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's the spud funnel.
That's how you do a spud funnel.
And that was homebrew.
Makes a fucking amazing homebrew.
The spud brew coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, you're coming up with all these crazy good merch ideas, man. Like spud funnel and spud beer and.
But then we don't do anything.
This is a good idea.
Well, I'm sure Ian would be watching. He can be taking notes. You should get Ian to take notes.
I'm sure he is. He's that good. He's that good. I'm sure he is.
Yeah. We should need someone like documenting us on nights out when we do get on the fucking piss.
We did that once. Oh, we didn't take. We want to take someone with us though. We did a pub crawl at Vic Park.
Oh yeah.
Fairly often. But that one we documented.
Yeah. Via Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, people really like that for some reason.
Yeah, Bomber finds it hilarious. He goes, "Oh, it was great. You start off as hello, where's Spudgun? And then
By the end of the night, it's
hey, it's Spudgun. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Bomber, how are you?
And how did it end?
We got kicked out.
Yeah, no, it ended really well.
I needed Dexies at work the next day because I couldn't move.
My boy here got laid. He got laid.
Whoa.
What was her name?
Are we allowed to say that? I remember what it was. The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we ended up at this one place, like a real hoity-toity nice establishment. We were all in there, like, not hoity-toity at all.
We got asked to leave.
But before we went to the toilet and someone had yacked all over this urinal, right? And we were like, who did that?
Yeah, someone can't handle it.
He's like, oh. We found out afterwards it was this kind of. He didn't want to tell us because he was trying to get laid, and he did get laid. So I mean, he did it, right? He did it, and then we got kicked out.
Yeah.
Nice.
we went in there. We made friends with all the punters. They were buying us piss. We were getting rowdy, getting everyone fucking going. There's people just stopping it, like as we were getting kicked out, we're getting photos taken with us on their way out the door. And then, we weren't allowed back.
I haven't tried going back since.
Yeah, nah.
I go past it on the bus.
The beer was a bit
sometimes I go, hey, the beer was horrible.
No, they have one called Shark Eye. Have you ever had this beer called Shark Eye beer?
None that I can remember now.
It's like a local beer here, but it's black. It's literally black. That's why it's called Shark Eye. And fuck, it's hectic, bro.
If you keep talking about that, your toilet's going to get decorated.
I actually haven't had a beer for about a year and a half, believe it or not. It's
oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is that like a personal choice? You're trying to like keep straight?
No, it's kind of like, long story short, we were playing. We got booked to play a gig at Christmas Island, and that was just with a holiday with everything paid for, and to come over there and alcohol is like you don't pay tax, so a bottle of vodka is like $10. And we were there, and we were there for 4 or 5 days, and was just blind drunk every day because there's nothing else to do than drink piss or go to the beach. So when I came home, I was like, nah, I need a break, and that break has lasted a year and a half.
I'll come back.
Okay. Hey, good on you, man. For real, like it's a hard thing to do for anything. Like I'm on the smokes and shit. Staying straight for anything is hard. So. Good on you, man. Props to you. Well done.
Yeah, and look, it actually started out as just being a month, and then we found out my wife was pregnant. And then she couldn't drink, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep going. Be a good husband, and if you can't drink, I won't drink either. And there we go. So that's it. But I don't think that would work very well in the Spudgun contest. If you're gonna go out to a show, it doesn't sound like sobriety is sort of well looked upon.
No, we're not gonna give you any shit for being there. You'll have just as much fun as the next bloke. But if you do drink, you'll probably have a better time.
For sure, man. So how does a
what was that? Sorry.
I was about to say how do like a proper Spudgun fan? What do they look like? Because it sounds to me like they would be pretty wild. Gremlins.
Did you ever see the movie Gremlins?
Yeah, man.
Oh no, he's cut.
Uh-oh.
He's back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just bullshitting.
Gremlins with a beer gut. And it may be a hangover.
It is weird. Like, to answer your question, like seriously, like a Spudgun fan, I think is
anybody.
Just anyone who likes us. Like I mean. More often than not, we're still at that point as a band where we don't have too many people following us around. We have like a core group, I suppose, who likes us. But our job every time we get on stage is to make sure that the people who are there like us by the time we get off stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's our challenge. Can we convert you here and now? And it seems to work. Most of we get off stage and people are like, dude, that was fucking sick. And we're like, you're fucking sick. And then we keep living our lives.
It's cool when we played that Metallica on a show. We played with good. Metallica cover band.
Yeah, that one was mental because we had all of these people from like Bunbury.
Yeah, all these people were in town to see Metallica. This is just last year gone.
Where's my goddamn keys?
And,
find my keys.
And well, Big Tomo. Hey Tomo, Metallica cancelled, and everyone was in town to see Metallica. So he put on a Metallica cover show, and so there was a great crowd that night, and he got us on to support Metallica. And yeah, afterwards, it
was mental.
Yeah.
Like usually we get off stage and for like the first half hour or something, you know, we're stroking our egos.
You get like one or two people come, oh, cool show. But this was like
the whole fucking
totally
night.
different.
Yeah, we were like signing.
Can we get a photo with you?
yeah. That was good. That was the rockstar treatment that night.
Me and Scotty got in the car afterwards, and you were like, dude, I just met so many people.
That's awesome.
Cool. There's even say about New Zealand. There's some dudes out in New Zealand.
They flew over just to see Metallica, and they got to see us instead.
Yeah. But I mean, we did a good job. So yeah, to answer your question with the fan thing, it's if you're cool and you like music, then we like you. Come to a show, you know.
Yeah, cool. Well, again, it certainly does sound like your music in regards to sort of influences. Like where does that sort of come from? Because like I can hear a lot of sort of different old school elements. So the intro songs, in my opinion, had a little bit of like some Motorhead.
Fuck yeah!
But where do you guys sort of draw your inspiration from?
Motorhead, Rose Tattoo, Life.
Like anything we've listened to.
Anything with instruments played well, really.
There's
well, you got
probably specific. No, please.
Sorry, I was about to say, I can see you got a Black Dahlia Murder shirt on.
Yeah, unfortunately, nothing like Black Dahlia Murder.
Exactly.
My tastes are quite a bit heavier than these two, like on any given day. But like for me personally, playing in this band, it's almost like a Gojira vibe in terms of the heaviness. Where
Backstreet
like,
Boys on that playlist.
I put Backstreet Boys on our playlist. Damn straight I did. That's a great song. You got to be varied with your music taste, you know what I mean? But with us, I think we probably take key influences in terms of writing. It's like I think a lot of my roles are very death metal, like you know, like it's a little bit more full on. But then you've got this cunt writing like some really bluesy heavy riffs. Then he'll come in with like a Pantera-esque bass thing, and it just like comes together for like if we can bang our heads to it, we're fucking happy.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about. If we're not our head, then we've hit a song that we like.
That's a good recipe for sure. As long as you can bang your head to it. But sort of, in regards to sort of writing the songs then, so is it something you do as a unit, or like, because you mentioned one of the other guys would bring a riff in or something. How does that work?
Depends what song it is.
Yeah, each song is different.
You know, there'll be a full demo by any of us.
The early demo that we have on Spotify was pretty much all this dude. This is early days of Spudgun. He'd bring it to me, mostly flashed out, and we'd sort of help work it together.
Yeah.
But these days, it's very much like he'll bring in a riff or you'll bring in a riff, and we play it. And it's like, well, what would be cool after that?
Yeah.
We just sort of raise it together. Again, if we're banging our heads, we're happy. At the moment, we've got like 20 songs written.
At least,
yeah. And we don't know if we're going to take it to stage or not, because it's like one night we'll be like, dude, that's fucking sick. The other night it's like, we've got songs that are better. Like, it's a process, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think we just try and keep the songs interesting as well, you know, not to try to rattle off on little tangents for too long or anything like that.
Not go up our own asses.
Just got to just keep the listener interested, keep everything going, you know. Just energy all the time as well, you know.
And very much written for live.
Yeah.
You know, like some songs probably wouldn't even translate very well recorded, but then if you see us live, you'll get it. You know, like any lull or whatever is purely to build it up so you can headbang again. You know?
Yeah. Well, the intro song was extremely powerful. Like there was a lot of energy. How did that was thank fuck for the bar.
That's actually quite a deep song. This motherfucker should tell you, it's actually like lyrically, it's a hectic song.
That's, well, I was living in London for 8 or 9 months recently, and kind of recently, pre-COVID. And like as great as a lot of it was, there's a lot of parts I hated as well. When I went, you know, there's Waterloo Sunset and stuff like that. You know, any amount of songs about London, but I thought none of them's about the shit. and I was just going up an escalator on the underground one day, and there's always just fucking pigeons flying straight at you, and it's starting to piss me off, especially when I had a hangover. So that's where it kind of started. Was I hate the pigeons at Waterloo? It's just like me walking along angry, like fucking pigeons. And then just went.
Oh, can we just fucking pigeon? Please continue.
That's why I'm back in Australia.
Put that on a shirt.
In chickens.
Hey, there we go. You're a fucking.
Yeah, that's what I was
right
thinking.
On the list. That looks like sucking pigeons.
Hey, either way, bro. Either way. We don't discriminate in Spudgun.
I don't discriminate. Everyone gets sucked my dick.
You can suck my pigeon.
But no, wait, he didn't even get to the deep bit about it. I'll take it because this kind of takes so long to get to the fucking point. Do you want to say the end bit? What's
you go whatever you're going to say.
Well, what was the key bit? Is Beachy Head.
Oh, yeah.
Beachy Head is a famous suicide spot.
In London.
In London, actually.
Oh, south of London.
This just got dark. This roast just got dark. But no, and one of the lines is
Beachy Head is just an hour away. If I could only afford the fucking train.
And then it all culminates with thank fuck for the bar. Like, how did I get this far? Thank fuck for the bar. So it's like, it on the surface of it, it's like, yeah, get drunk. But like, really, for people like us, I think you need that. You need that, especially as Aussies. It's that community, you know?
Yeah, even if you're not drinking, like, there's somewhere to go hang out.
Yeah, find like-minded people.
The bar could be, could represent anything really.
Yeah.
Anything that sort of helps you keep sane. Anything that sort of centers you.
Well, it could be a post, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So how about lyrics in general? I saw you guys had a song that's called "Covered in Ants," and from listening to the lyrics of that, it sounds like that took probably about 10 seconds to write.
That's funny you got a sandwich on a
It's not about a fucking sandwich. Every other song is about a ham sandwich of some sort, but not
ham
this
sandwich.
one. This one is about. Well, what would you think it was about? Let's say I hear what the audience has to say.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because it could be. I wasn't gonna guess ham sandwich. I'll put it that way. So
it's a dude covered in ants.
I went into the petrol station one day, and there's this dude standing there in line like this, like, and got closer and closer and just saw there was these little black dots moving all over him. I was like, covered in ants, man. He goes, yeah, I know, just waiting for the address so I can get a taxi. I'm like, okay. I just walked out like,
that's a song.
What?
Where was this?
This was in Perth.
At a servo.
Petrol station.
Really?
Gas station. Yeah.
Australia.
That's a weird place to be covered in ants.
And then what a weird response. It's like, dude, you're covered in ants. It's like, no, I know. I'm just waiting for my taxi.
He looked like he'd come from a work site though, because he was like,
high vis.
No, high vis, but he just looked like he's also covered in plaster and maybe he's a porn star. Yeah, that's where covered in ants comes from.
Best thing about the song is that I'm pretty sure those are the only words, is covered in ants, and they're not sung. They are screamed aggressively by other equals. Covered in ants! Do you want to give it to us real quick?
I sound like Barney.
Do it.
The Simpsons.
Give us a covered in ants.
That's
something along those lines.
Then a couple of, like, we had one show where another dude jumped up and did a cameo, whatever. Yeah, he just jumped up and screamed covered in ants, and it turns into a bit of a people get partying, having fun,
Yeah.
So he actually knew the lyrics. That's pretty impressive.
Not even years. Every night.
He must have come to at least more than one show.
Yeah, for sure. He would have listened to the song for at least one verse. So
that's a fun song to play as well. Yeah. Like drum wise, that's a real like everyone just goes nuts for that one. It's a fun song.
I have to link to that one later, so we can have a look at that. I noticed on your I noticed on your website you have it says that you are what is it? Your interests, your band interests. Can you run us through that for a little bit? I'm just going to bring it up here. So it says mashed potatoes. It says baked potatoes. It says fried potatoes, boiled potatoes, roast potatoes. It says you boil them, you mash them, you stick them in stew. So that is your.
Oh, well done, pass, Nathan. So bad. I don't even remember writing that shit.
Maybe that was Ian.
Wait, is that the website or the Facebook?
That is on your Facebook page. I'm on your Facebook page right now, and it says so. There's obviously a couple of artists that you like. So it says rock, thrash, blues, AC/DC, Motorhead, Megadeth, Pantera, Muddy Waters. But then your band interests is a lot of potatoes.
Well, I mean,
I love it.
Do you not like potatoes?
Oh, I love potatoes. And if your band name is This Is Spudgun, I'm you kind of have to be into potatoes one way or the other.
We're actually looking for another guitarist at the moment, and we're not looking at his skill. We're asking, what's your favorite type of potato? And if he says, oh, I don't really dig potatoes, he's fucking out.
Yeah,
like,
he's out of there like a potato out of a rocket launcher.
Out of a gun, rocket launcher.
And there's the spud funnel. I'm assuming that might be some sort of introduction ritual as well.
Dude, we need to talk to you all the fucking time because you have a brain on you, my friend.
How about? I'm just gonna put this one out there as well. You can have this one for free as well. Why don't you see if you can get some sponsorship from Mr. Tony at the Spud Shed?
Oh, yeah.
We tried to get him down to one of our shows, actually.
Nice.
To the funnel. That was Matty James.
Yeah.
He's a great drummer in Perth, and I got him to fill in for me for a show that I couldn't make. And he had the great idea to try and hit up the Spud Shed dude, but we never heard back. He dogged us.
Oh, man.
He's probably busy. Yeah, he's a busy man.
He'll be there one day.
One day, we'll get him.
Yeah. Oh, you. Otherwise, he might get you to change your name to This Is Spud Shed.
That'd be like a day.
We'll be getting some big sponsors.
Mm. Well, we do actually want to get a beer sponsoring us at some point because some of the bands that we're mates with have little sponsorships from like Albi and things like that, like local brews. And considering that, shut the fuck up. Considering that we're like doing the spud funnels and pouring and whatnot, it seems like a perfect partnership. Again, it's just we haven't done anything about that. So if there's any beer people, hook us up.
Sounds like a job for Ian.
Sounds like a job for Ian. Yeah.
So we're about. So
yeah, you're taking notes, mate. Yeah, we'll speak about this later.
Well, the good thing about this is that by the time we're done talking, it's all available, so you can go back and watch it again and again. And then in a couple of weeks, and then in about 2 weeks, it'll be on podcast, so you can listen to it in your car when you drive to work, and it's beautiful.
And everyone will be fucking pigeons.
Yeah. So we're about so at the moment, are you pretty much only playing Perth, or have you been elsewhere?
Nah.
Only Perth.
Thank fuck for the bar has been played in Hammersmith a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But
that's not his question.
I know.
No, that's still good. That's still good.
We did have shows booked in. What was part of the quote? We did have shows booked for Bunbury. One of them with Crash Rats still might be going ahead. AOD and the rest of you.
Crash Rats is a sick band. Yeah.
And then we've got a couple that might be happening up north.
We had as well this is still early days, but South Africa, because I'm originally from South Africa, and there's not even mates, but just people that I happen to be talking to are promoters there, and they heard us and they want us down. And then Amberdown as well. If anyone from Amberdown is watching, great Perth band, check them out. We got real drunk one night and discussed touring Europe or America. Everywhere. And they're like, dude, we'll take you with us. And literally, I don't think we've ever spoken about it since. But like in our head, it's like, dude, one day we're going to do America with Amberdown. It's going to be sick. So that's in the works too.
That'll happen.
That's yeah.
And
the pressure is on after this. I think Ian is gonna get really busy. So where's the plans sort of for the future? Where's Spudgun going after all this COVID stuff?
Play more live, go crazy live, have more fun live,
make sicker songs
live.
Can
I get alive?
Can we get more fireworks?
We're just itching to get back on stage at this point. I think that's numero uno at this point.
Definitely
is put a gig on the belt.
Yeah.
And then we can sort of reset ourselves, I suppose.
It's the thing with us as well. I don't think we've really got our sights towards like, okay, so what steps do we need to take to be accessible? You know what I mean? Like we're not doing this to be famous or any stupid shit. Like, not stupid, like everyone's on their own path. But for us, it's like we grew up watching bands killing it live, and you know,
we want that visceral feeling of like, yeah, bad shit,
and to give that to other people. So it's
sorry, Sam.
We're always just honing our live show. That's all it is about. Like for us, if we only ever play Perth and we're just here and then that's that, then so be it. At least we did some killer fucking shows. But I mean, we'll put our sights to world domination at the same time, but it happened naturally.
Yeah.
It's part of the world, and we are dominating it.
Yeah.
with your actual spud guns and your and the pipes and the funnels and everything. I'm pretty sure there's a good crowd for that in Europe. I can tell you all the festivals that I've been to when I was a bit younger, you know, people go nuts for beer funnels and all that.
We hear that a lot. We hear that a lot when we get off the stage. But I got a mate up the road, Jan, who I met at a show.
Hey.
He's a mad shout out to that.
Get pissed.
And he's from Finland, and he's still got the very heavy accent. And like we got off the stage, and he was like, "You know where you would do good? Europe. You must go to Europe because you will dominate Europe." Like for sure, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I think he's got a point. Obviously, the biggest hurdle is just getting there, you know, and actually getting your name out and stuff like that. But that's again, I suppose, is one of the biggest sort of challenges for bands in general, is to sort of build a bridge, especially in between continents and stuff. But I suppose you can always handball that over to Ian. But so if there sort of was an option to go overseas and play some shows, what would that look like?
Same as it does here.
Yeah, like at the same time, like we have no idea what that would look like. We'd be fucking stoked to do it.
Yeah, it'll look like us, but we'd grow more as a band, and you know,
I don't know.
I'd like to know as well. That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like again the setup you're talking about, you know, with your beer funnels and sort of crazy gigs and getting the crowd involved and stuff. If you I'm just thinking out loud here. What if you could maybe reach out to some bands in a similar genre over there, and maybe, you know, try and share some audiences and bits and pieces there, and potentially if you can go back to Finland or something like that. There's actually, now I think about it, there's a couple of the other bands I've had on in the last couple of weeks. A lot of them has played in Russia. That might be a mad crowd.
Yo, Russians scare me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. There's some, I don't know. I look at a lot of memes. Russia's another world, man. This is how we do it in Russia. It's a scary place. I want to go. Yeah, this is Russia.
There's a fun lot I kill you.
You should give that a shot. Where are you based, man?
I'm from Denmark originally, and 2 days ago I had a Danish thrash band that they just signed a record deal, and, you know, super excited, this young band, and they're just crushing it at the moment. They were telling this crazy story about how they played. They had a 2-week tour in Russia. They're playing every single night, and I think one of the first nights they met this guy from the crowd or something like that who said, "I want to give you guys tattoo." And then they all, you know, they all got over to his shop, and they all had this dodgy little tattoo and stuff. And the singer's leg the singer's leg got that infected that he nearly lost his leg because he nearly got a blood infection.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a crazy story when he was telling it. They were all sitting there. They were all sitting there laughing and stuff, but it was like, it was dead serious, man. But I suppose that's Russia for you. And but yeah, now look, I mean, that might be, you know, I'm sure they would be appreciative of some you might have to upgrade it to a vodka funnel or something, but sort of take it to the next level.
The funnel's not for beer, bro. Like, I tell people before we get up, like, we have beer on stage that we pay for ourselves, so we go broke. We're not making money every show, just so you know. We're losing money every show because we're paying
about $300 for this thing that shoots shit that looks like fire into the air.
Yeah,
so we don't want to hear about, oh, I got to pay $10 to get in. Like, we paid like $500 to get in.
So, but then as well, the funnel has seen every type of alcohol and liquid. It's seen every type of liquid imaginable. Seriously, like, bring up your drink and it will go through. I've heard that wine is the worst one. We get some, like, you know, quite beautiful ladies sipping on their red wine. They're like, oh, okay, I'll do a funnel, and they come up and chugging red wine apparently is not fun through a funnel. That's yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine that sort of, it's like a good warm sort of Chardonnay or Merlot.
Shot.
Yeah, shoddy. Yeah, you should have like a good goon funnel. You sort of just strap a tube down at the end of the bag there. That'd be a winner.
That's as Australian as it gets. I can't even drink white goon anymore because I moved here when I was 16, and as any fellow 16-year-old rebellious cunt will know, you earn your badges by drinking white goon on the streets, and then you blow up the empty bag and use it as a pillow to sleep on. I can't drink white goon anymore because for that reason. Goon of Fortune, classic. Do you know what Goon of Fortune is?
Yeah, unfortunately I do.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I think that's kind of one of the trials you have to do if you want to live in this country. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, exactly. You earn your stripes.
Do they have like a big thing of goon bags in customs? You know, like.
Yeah, you must have a goon bag on entry.
Have a goon bag. No, forget your passport. Let's see if you can.
Fuck out of here.
It's a part of the citizenship test now, I think. So you gotta do that. You gotta do a spud funnel. You know, there's lots of stuff to sort of add to the test now. It's difficult to get in.
How do you get into
Denmark?
Denmark.
You're from Denmark. Are you living here in Australia?
I am. Yeah. Yep. I am married to an Aussie girl. So.
Nice.
Not Perth ways. Are you Perth ways?
Yeah. Yep. I am.
What the fuck? Nigga, we need to buy you a drink.
He doesn't drink.
Oh,
I don't.
Fuck. We'll buy you a Coke.
I got my water.
Okay, we're gonna buy you a water at some point. We got to catch up at some point now.
Yeah, for sure. I was just about to say, you guys put on a gig and I'll be there. We can do some more live streaming.
Sick.
So yeah, now I've been here for nearly.
For sure, you're invited, man.
I've been here for nearly 10 years now, so it's been crazy. But now this whole lockdown stuff happened, and that's how all this that's how all this stuff came about. That's how I met so many crazy bands, and this is how I've come about. This is Spudgun. You were actually recommended to me by Kim Redmond from Band of Misfits.
Yeah,
Hi Kim.
Hey Kim.
She's a doll.
Yeah, she actually name dropped a lot of really cool bands, and I heard your name. I was like, this is too good, man. Like, this is Spudgun. That's unreal.
We're just reality kids, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. Loving the stories. I saw on your Facebook page. Let me just try and bring it up again here. I saw you played a show with Ashes of Autumn. at their single launch. I had I had Melanie on a couple of weeks ago, or a bit longer than that, over a month ago now as well.
Yeah, I don't know her too well. A lot of respect.
But that's it's a great band as well.
That was the show we were talking about, our last show where we got turned off. I think that was the Ashes show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was with them. We got put on after them.
And Electric State and the Silent Deeds.
Oh yeah, Electric State. I got. They are. You need to see Electric State. You need to see all of these bands.
I'd love to. I'd love to. And that's again why this has been so eye opening for me, because I've heard and met and seen and listened to all these bands that I would never have found. If we never had this whole lockdown.
He's here. That's what we were just saying. Oh, you got to come and chill. Like that was what I was going for. Yes. Yeah.
But that's again also another cool thing is I've been talking to people from all over the world, Canada, the States, a couple of bands from the UK, and needless to say, quite a few bands from Denmark. And the real cool thing here is that over time, the more people you talk to, the more sort of you can try and hook people up. Because obviously it would be really cool if you guys could connect with some people overseas, someone that are playing, music sort of along the same lines, or might have some networks that you guys or Ian could tap into, and that way, we can sort of share a bit of audiences.
It's a two-way street as well. I'm just going to throw this out here now. If any band from overseas who's within our our ideals align, if they want to come here, we got houses to home them and all of that. We'll show them a good time. We'll show them the sights. Come down, play some shows with us. We'll take care of you until you go and return the favor. It's a big family. The music world is a big family, and we're happy to do our part to bring people over and help them out if we can.
Yeah. And that's again something. It's been so rewarding and so empowering to meet all these people that are just so genuine. Because it's all as you mentioned yourself. It is this sort of community spirit. Where everybody just wants to help each other out, because everybody, as you mentioned earlier as well, you almost pay to play shows.
Almost.
But that's the whole thing, is that it was never about getting famous. And I think the bands that we get along with, they're not doing it so that they'll be on the cover of fucking Vogue. They're doing it because as a kid they saw a live act, and that changed the way that they saw things and how they felt. And we're just trying to do the same thing now, passing that torch on, and keep the fun alive and keep that spirit alive. And it's a family, especially with metal, it's till death. That's the fucking arrangement, till death. Yeah, look out for your brothers and sisters.
And again, I can share this other little anecdote from one of the other guys that I've had on. He was it's a guy called Mickey from a Danish. It's like an emo alternative rock band. He was talking about how they all had full-time jobs. So they were working hard to save up money so they could go on tour. And then again, but he said this, and this is stuck with me because I reckon it's such a good line. He said for them, playing shows and going on tour wasn't about making money; it was about making memories. So they lived on the currency of memories.
Yeah,
and I think that's so beautiful. It's so deep, but at the same time, it's so accurate. That so many bands, they go out, they play all these shows, they meet all these crazy people, and they come home, and if they're lucky, they just break even.
Break even, yeah.
And
there's a band I saw in Canada called Witch Tripper, and they'd all work 5 days a week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they'd play so they'd be driving around to shows everywhere, and then back to work on Monday. I don't know if I could fucking do that. That was We could do that. We just don't yet.
I could do that. You two would fucking struggle.
He drives us everywhere. I'm a drummer with no license. Fucking.
But I think that's probably also one of the biggest challenges of being in Perth. Where do you go? You're the most isolated city. Yeah, most isolated capital city in the world. So yeah, you can drive down and you can play some shows in Margaret River or Bunbury or something. But other than that, it's
That is really this is Radelaide. Radelaide apparently has a really good scene. Yeah. There's a really good scene in Adelaide apparently. They would probably do it.
Unfortunately, it's not exactly just around the corner. So it's not something you just go there for the weekend.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna walk there and we'll be fine.
Just gonna hitchhike, yeah. But that's again the other thing. Like if you guys sort of made it to Europe, you know, everything is just around the corner. Like you could, there's so many Danish bands that are just almost just focusing on Germany because Germany is so big and there's so many big cities, so many venues, and so many people that love metal.
Yeah, Wacken is German, right?
Yeah.
It's a town in Germany. Wacken.
What are your favorite Danish acts?
King Diamond.
That are touring at like our level.
I'm sure there would be quite a few, but that's again something I'm more than happy to help you guys look into if it's something you are.
I'll ask you something, Mr. Helhammer.
Can you get us on the bill with King Diamond?
Of course, I can. I can call him and let him know.
Mr. Helhammer, have you thought about throwing your hand to doing like management or making a label or something? Because you're onto this shit. You've clearly got passion. Is this something that might be a thing for you in the future?
It has sort of crossed my mind, but the thing is, you know, there is obviously a lot of work involved, and for me, you know, I would much rather just do it out of you know, good faith and just help connecting people sort of through this podcast, which is something that I really enjoy. You know, I sit here and I've spent, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I get to hear some people's funny and crazy stories and, you know, background and all that stuff. And if I can then say, hey, you guys might, you know, I might hook you up with this person or this band, and then they can help each other out. But yeah, look, who knows further down the track, you know, you just don't know where this might lead one day.
For sure.
But I was about to say, like in general, I would just love just to be able to help bands out, you know, because it is such a tough genre. And again, like, I remember when I was playing music myself, I was doing it pretty much full time. It was nearly 20 years ago, and it was so that was before, you know, YouTube and Facebook and like social media and all that. So it was a lot harder. Or maybe it was a lot easier. I don't know. It's
depends on
yeah, because there's obviously a lot more noise out there now because everybody can put music out.
What we were saying before, it's very competitive now, very competitive. And then also, as I was saying before, is that like I think back in the day, a lot of the band's focus could be just the live show. And that's all they were expected to do, and then they'd have other people handling everything else. Back in the day, the dream was the right record exec sees you live, and he signs you, and then they take you on this wonderful journey. These days, if you want to be not even successful, but just current, you have to be able to be good with social media. You have to be able to upload your music to the right place. You need to create a brand, and musicians are expected to be these like record execs when really, like, we just fucking play guitar and drums and like headbanging. You know, like it's become a different thing for sure.
And I think that is just the reality of it. Like it's like the music is still there. It's just such a different format to operate as a business. And I keep calling a band a business because again, like if you do want to take it somewhere, you kind of have to treat it as a business. And yeah, you bang on about a brand. Like you have to have a good concept, which you guys most certainly do. Like you have something quite unique, sort of, you know, with like all your gear, like your spot for the name alone. Like honestly, the name alone is something that people remember.
How come you like the name so much?
It's a fucking sick name.
Because it's a fun name. It's something like honestly, when I heard the name, I had no idea what sort of music you guys were going to be playing. Then I saw some photos. I was like, okay, you guys have long hair, you know, black pants and stuff. Clearly, this has to be some sort of rock and metal stuff. And then you hear the music, and the music is awesome. So again, it's just all about like, and that's why I said I would love to come and check you guys out live because I'm sure also based on what I've seen that it looks sick.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. We need you. We need you to come down.
For sure.
We'd love to have it.
For sure. But yeah, just I just have another note sort of based on something of the stuff you said before. So in regards to sort of the actual record label, I think record deals today might be not necessarily obsolete, but I don't think a lot of bands, for them, that it's necessarily the dream, because you have the option. If you, as you mentioned, if you're really good at social media, I think your doors are open to be able to operate as an unsigned band on a whole different level.
For sure. I think back in the day, the whole thing about getting signed was that came with money. A record label would give you some money to make a music video, to tour, all of that. These days, it seems like even if you get signed, because it's such a risky industry, money isn't really the main thing. You know, it's more their networking. And if you're savvy, you can network yourself.
Exactly.
You know, you can easily network yourself and make. There's a Perth band called the Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. Really fucking well. As far as I know, they've never had any kind of label or anything like that. They've done it all themselves, because there's no need to have someone taking half your fucking money to do shit that you could be doing anyway.
I played in a percussion ensemble in high school with their drummer.
No shit.
Danny Caddy, the fucking man. And so is She's about his cousin.
What the fuck? Boom! There you go. What the fuck? Man, well, we should be supporting them. What the fuck?
But I think at the same time as
music, cool man.
I was about to say, I think at the same time as well, like being signed on, like I can give you my experience. Like my old band got signed to EMI Virgin, and I think that kind of destroyed.
What was your band?
So that was back in Denmark, back in 2004. So it's been it's many moons ago. We were called Stomped, Stomped. I can send you some links later if you want to check it out. But the main thing is, I think that almost ended up breaking the band up, because you're signed to a label that all of a sudden wants to change who you are. And again, and if you are like, I think it's vastly different if you get signed to a smaller label who lets you sort of have more, an identity and all that. And you're right. Back then, it came with all these, promises of dreams and money and stuff, but we never saw any money, because it's, like labels just tend to just inflate the balloon even more and just put more money in it. So you sort of push out the whole break even point where they need to sort of start paying you. And that's again why I think bands sort of in this time or this day and age have, if they're good at it, have much more potential to make money themselves by getting sponsorships, the whole influencer bits and pieces. And especially you guys, as you mentioned yourself, in regards to like get a local brewery on board, get them to supply a carton of beer when you play live or something like that. That'd be a great start. That'll help them get the name out every time you guys play a show and all that. So there's definitely a lot of money, a lot of opportunity, to try and do some, collaborations and all that.
Definitely. Again, for us, it's just doing it. It's just not being so fucking lazy.
Yeah.
We're not lazy. We're busy doing
we've got
what we want to do,
Yeah. And that is, again, like the sort of the golden rule is consistency. You hear that across the board. So you just gotta keep doing, keep going, keep posting something every now and then and so. But sort of again, based on your Facebook and Instagram, it looks like you guys are putting up a lot of photos and bits and pieces.
Not a lot lately.
Well, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
But just on what you were just saying, that's a Black Dahlia Murder. One of the things I love about them is that Trevor Sterner, the vocalist, says all the time that he considers their band to be like a blue collar band. Like you're a working band. It's like having a trade in Australia. It's not just music, you're not chasing the dream. It's like this is your job, you're working, and you need to keep working at your craft and keep going. It's a blue collar band. I really fucking love that idea. Is that like it's work, like every week you do your rehearsal, you gig as much as you can, and the perfect fucking trade off is that it doesn't feel like work because you're having so much fucking fun.
Yeah. And but would they be able to sort of pay the bills with what they do?
I think a band like Black Dahlia Murder is probably pretty close to that because it's the underground of metal with Black Dahlia Murder, you know. But like they've become
the top of the underground.
They've become the top of the underground in many ways. Yeah. I mean, like I watch Trevor Stannard, the vocalist. I watch his little videos and shit, and his house is, you know, he's not in a fucking mansion. You know, he's not, and he says straight up, it's not like I'm living with coke and hookers every day. He's just paying bills and doing what he loves. Then that's it. Like you have to, at least for me, like for us, I think you separate the cost from what you're doing because it's like, is this what you want to be doing with this fleeting existence that you have?
Yeah.
And money you can find in other ways, but like, what do you want to be doing with your life? And I think
it's funny when like you say, "Oh, they're putting on a show," and someone go, "Oh, you guys getting paid?" It's like.
Yeah, you almost do a double take.
That's the last fucking thing we're thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just explain it to my co-workers all the time. And they're like,
"There's not much money in it.
You get much money. You get paid much for that?" I said, "Oh, sometimes we make like $20 to split between us." And they go, "Oh, really?" So yeah, I ain't doing it for the money, buddy.
The best pay is the fact that we get riders. That's the best pay, that we can rock up and they'll give us a case of beer. That's all the fucking pay we need, bro. That's fine.
Yeah.
The best pay is going, "I hate my fucking neighbor too."
But that is almost what you like. It's almost like the minimum that you expect as a band. You know, you get out. You know, you get paid a bit of you know, some alcohol. You know, you get if you're lucky, you have a little bit of a backstage room where you can sort of change your t-shirt after the gig and all that. But
the best place for that in Perth, I think, is Amplifier. They got this underground room where you can chill, and it's shit. It's just like graffiti all over the walls, like couches that you can see have definitely been used in porn. Like it's just fucked. But it's
fucking
awesome, bro. Yeah. We've had mates fucking on those couches.
You can ride a guitar case down the stairs.
It's you, as you rightly say, you want that little VIP area where you can just chill. That's definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Like nobody really anticipates that they're gonna get paid any money on, like, because again, you need to really work up to you know up not necessarily a high level, but yeah, you need to sort of have some sort of name to put out there in order to start getting paid. But have you guys, in regards to sort of making some money, again, just coming back to that T-shirt and stuff, have you guys had anything else sort of in your merch that you might be able to sort of sell at shows?
Merch is a new thing for us at this stage. It's something that we've been talking about for a long time, and we're sort of slowly getting on top of. But it's not so much as putting money in our pockets, but being able to use that to fund recordings and you know, stage shows and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, we sell shirts and stuff to make money for the band, so we can put it back into the band to, you know, fucking, you know, I don't know. We've got some fucking cool ideas on stuff we want to do for live shows and stuff that we ain't gonna say because we may keep it a secret.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
You have to come to the show to find out.
Yeah. But if you want to find out, you've got to buy our shirts so we can pay for that shit too.
Of course, everybody needs to buy a shirt. So when are the shirts available?
Where are the shirts available?
www.thisisspudgun.com.
Bang. Go there.
Bang.
$25.
I liked it. You're waiting for more, and then oh no. Yeah, we own the.
You guys, like you just mentioned something that I'm really curious to hear a bit more about. That is recordings. So when because the intro song sounded wicked, like the actual production was top notch. Have you got more songs?
Yeah, we did 2 in this rotation, so we got that one. And we have we can say Biting Her Lip is we open our show with that. So anyone who's seen us live, they know exactly what we're talking about. We always start our show with that song. It's a real headbanger kind of song, and that will be out with a little music video in not too long, 1 month or 2. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we'll be recording again soon. You know, like I said, it's always like we said, it's always live show orientated for us.
Yep.
We need to do more recordings. So
Right, yeah. All our plans again revolve around live shows.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't have any live shows, which we haven't for some weird reason lately, then we can't. It doesn't do the fucking full circle of you play a show. This goes round to this, comes this, and then goes back into a live show again.
Yeah. So we've been rehearsing.
So what have you been doing?
We're also lost. We're like lost puppies without the.
I was about to say, so obviously you haven't rehearsing.
Yeah, if you notice, the right arms of these two, you know. Even
I'll wank with my left.
Wait, don't use your left. Use your right.
Oh yeah, for that reason.
So
how many dudes' hands wank with your right hand? That's why I don't use my right.
Is that seriously? So, like, as a kid, you decided I'm going to wank with my left hand because I don't want to be shaking.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I don't know that kind of respect.
That's deep.
I don't know. I use my left hand. You know why I use my left hand? Is because, like, when I really got into porn, like, it was still magazines and shit when I was younger. But then I got a computer. I got a home computer, and my world changed. And you need your right hand for the mouse. I'm not using the fucking left hand. So, and now it works because I got my phone.
And that's how Spudgun became ambidextrous.
Yeah. To me, that sounds like some good songwriting material, some lyrics coming up there. You can.
You left hand, you fucking piece of shit.
I could never get the left hand thing going right. I'd wake up in the morning and have to stand 90 degrees to the toilet.
So those two songs that you recorded so far, where did they come about? Like where did you record them? Is that something you've done yourself, or have you got a studio where you go to? Because again, like I said, the production sounds really cool.
That was at Oracle Studios here in Perth. Mr. J Huxtable.
Hey Jay.
Hi Joe.
Hey Jay.
Yeah, no, we were in and out. That was 2 days of recording for 2 songs, pretty much. It was
the old in out, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much as soon, because he does the sound at the Den, and as soon as we got off stage, he'd come up and be like, "I'd love to record you guys." So it's been at the back of our head for a while.
He's done bundles.
Sorry. He? Oh, okay, there you go. Well, that's probably why we decided to go with him. He came up into the phone, and we're like, "This is our man."
Anyway, I digress.
But yeah, we did that. That was cool. Yeah. I think our goal is that when we do want to record, we're probably going to do it with someone different every single time.
Right.
You know, just to see how it goes different, you know, it's making memories. That's the currency, right? So, yeah, I think we haven't got anything planned for new recordings, but we've got like 20 songs. But until we take them live, we don't know if they're going to be good. You know, like we have songs that we really fucking do, but we need to be playing them live and see how the fans react and take it from there.
So is that the sort of like the quality, like the stamp of approval is to see how it goes live?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. If people aren't rocking out, then we're not rocking out. Yeah. You know, it's very simple.
That also helps us cut songs from our sets and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, we started off with a set and it's changed completely because, you know, we get to certain parts in our set and it's sort of, yeah, like we still love the songs and they're great to play, but maybe they're just not translating as well for the audience, and so we go, well, you know, how do we rewrite this set? Mm-hmm. So if we've got this banger here, we want to keep people interested the whole way.
Something that a lot of bands do is they'll put their best songs in the beginning and then do a fuck ton of filler in between, and then their best songs at the end. And like as a fan, as someone who goes to shows, like I'll notice that I'm like up. And then I'm down, and then I'm in time. Like, we don't want to give you a chance to fuck off. You want to be there the whole time. So
best review we've ever got, which is bad or good, however you look at it, was they played at 11 the whole time. I'm like, yes!
Yeah. Yeah. This is Spinal Tap. It's probably one of the probably one of the best scenes in a rock documentary ever. The whole this volume goes to 11 from Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, there's someone likened to Spinal Tap in a review, a negative review.
That was the best review we ever
Yeah, it was great. At least it was honest.
It was so crazy.
A lot of the as
no, I was about to, it's so annoying here with a little bit of time lag here when we are doing this streaming thing here. But all I wanted to say was just when I watched This Is Spinal Tap the first time, I actually wasn't sure if it was a real story or not, because it's so well made, man.
Yeah, right. Totally. Have you seen Anvil? The story of Anvil?
No, I have not. I've for some reason I've always sort of missed it or postponed it or something. But I've heard a lot of good stories about it.
You got to watch it, man. That's a real one. That's a real one.
Yeah, no.
Painful.
No. Oh, I love that fucking thing, man. I love that.
I want my fucking money.
Anvil. You've seen the story of Anvil, hey? You don't like it?
Painful.
Oh, I love it. It's these struggling dudes that like influenced Anthrax. You know what I mean? Like they were OG. People in Anthrax say that. Scott Ian says, if we couldn't be better than Anvil, then what the fuck are we doing? Like, these dudes were OG, and they changed the fucking game, and then just somehow, they just got forgotten. They got left behind. Can you show me?
Yes.
They got left behind, and this whole doco is just these poor, lovable dudes struggle to just, like keep chasing their dream. You know what I mean? And then, as soon as that doco dropped, I saw them at Soundwave here in Australia, and they've been doing well ever since. And it's like, mad respect, you know? But yeah, it's a great doco. You should check it out, man.
But that's again, like, sometimes doing these documentaries, or again doing these kind of conversations just opens the band up to fans in a whole different way, because you get to sort of see the actual people behind the music. And again, like people get to hear your stories, or hear, you know, some stuff that you would never figure out if you go to a concert where you sort of where you go there to put on a show, if you know what I mean. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, and if again, I haven't seen the movie, but if you do see these documentaries where you get to see, you know, the people behind and their personal stories and their battles, sometimes it gives you that extra layer where you can hopefully relate a bit more to it.
Definitely. And that's part of why you do what you're doing right now.
Yeah. And again, it's really fun for me too, because, you know, I get to chat to you guys, and that's really funny. And, you know, like yesterday I spoke to someone else the day before, the week before, you know, you get to hear a lot of different stories from a lot of different bands and different situations and different people. So it makes it, sure. Makes it really interesting. There's another thing that I'm a bit curious to sort of hear about. Like, how do you guys actually start? Because you haven't been a band for that long, is that right?
No, not at all. Can you make sure that?
Say hi to Drew. Drew's watching.
Oh, Ethan tells me to say hi to Drew. Oh, Drew. Big Drew. Oh, Drew. My boy.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, if anyone out there is watching, feel free to show some like put some comments in or some questions if you guys have some questions for the boys. Put them in.
Would that come up for us as well, or just for you on your side?
That would just be for me. But if anyone out there is watching, yeah, feel free to comment. We'd love to hear from you. But yeah, tell me a bit about how you started, how it all came about.
Very simple. Very simple. This dude hit me up.
I had songs I wanted to play, and I needed someone to play them.
Needed a drummer. Hit me up because we knew each other from TAFE back in the day, so like music college. Yep. Long time ago. We were mates, and then we sort of, you know, you drift as you do. You know, you become adults, you live in your own lives. He hit me up. He's like, "Hey Nathan, do you wanna play with me?"
I ran into you at like a bar, like a couple of months, like maybe 6 months or so, at St. George.
What the fuck is the St. George?
It's like kind of the Saint. Yeah, it's kind of on the way.
Oh, the Saint. It's called the Saint.
The Saint
in Stirling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was living there. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So we saw each other in a bar. How fucking appropriate.
And then months later.
I don't know.
Did I put up a fucking post?
You messaged me direct.
Hey, man.
And you said, "Hey, do you want to drum for my project?" And I was like, "Can you send something through?" And you sent "Stand Your Ground." That's what you sent.
Yeah,
so that's on our Spotify. And I heard Stand Your Ground. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. That sounds dope.
We've had an instant fucking, that time I filled in for Pond Play, was it? Remember the first couple notes were both like...
Yeah. He and I have always gotten along, like, as people and musically. And then, as I said, we just drifted, as you do. But then he hit me up and he sent me that song. I was like, let's fucking do it. He came to my house. I had my little electric...
I got bit by a ferret.
I got bit by my ferret. Satan. I have a ferret called Satan.
So later on down the track, there will be a song called Bitten by Satan. Yeah. We'll go back to it one day.
Yeah, but then that's it. That was really it, is that, like, he sent me a killer track. We started jamming it. We had another bassist. We recorded our EP. We were doing live. This cunt jumped in, and here we are. You know, there's not much to the story. It's just like, let's fucking jam.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it, isn't it? Just
the music. Play music.
And so yeah, because on the photo I used for the banner, there's 4 of you. So I'm assuming some got lost in the whole whole lockdown stuff.
Yeah, no,
lockdown.
We lost Scotty. But to be honest, Scotty is a G. If he's watching, or if any, like, the whole reason we got him is because he's a G. Like, he's a mad cunt. And he did so fucking well while he was with us. It just got to a point for him, I think, where he just wasn't feeling it anymore. You know, it wasn't the direction he wanted to go. I think we were a little bit of a rebound band for him as well, because he had just left his baby project. So then he came to us. I think it fulfilled him. It fulfilled us. He's looking for better things. We wish him the best. Yeah. I'll be at every one of his new shows. He's a G. He's a gun. But Spudgun's always been us 3. You know, like, since day dot, like, this is the core of Spudgun. So we're looking for another guitarist now.
And even then, you know, the next person that we get, we want to be able to hang out with. That's why Scotty was great to the band, because we're able to hang out.
Yeah.
And me and Clint knew Scotty, you know, from way back when as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he wasn't just a stranger to the band or anything like that.
Yeah, he was perfect for us for when we needed him. And now I think it's all amicable. We're going our own ways, and we'll find someone else. And they'll have an expiration date, or they won't. You know, like, we're not too fussed about it. You know, if you can rock out and play with us, then please join. If not, then we 3 are happy to take to the stage and still kill shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's obviously quite fortunate that you have the ability, like, to just stay as a trio, and so you don't necessarily need that 4th guy. But yeah, absolutely. Like, it's so crucial that you can also function outside of the rehearsal space or on stage. Like, you have to be able to hang out. I think that's why you see a lot of bands either break up or have people sort of come in and out, because you don't have the social element as well.
Definitely. The day that any one of us 3 leaves the band, I think, is the day that Spudgun will probably not function very well. We couldn't do it without Clint. We couldn't do it without him, and I'd like to think we couldn't do it without me. Maybe, I'm just a drummer, so who knows?
James was great, but probably not the same.
Yeah. This is the core. You know, this is Spudgun. I think as long as we got this,
that wasn't your leg.
Hey.
Well, it was my 3rd leg, but.
Yeah, no, it's actually so rare to see bands that have, you know, sort of stuck to the same lineup they had in the beginning, all the way through. I think the only band that I sort of keep coming to mind that I know have been together is Rammstein, you know, the German metal band.
Yeah, of course.
But they very early on actually made, I don't know if they almost made like a pact, but they had this concept saying, if anyone leaves the band is over. So we have to give each other space. And that's why they had that 7 or 8 year hiatus. So everybody
So Rammstein has always been the same band. Like, always.
Yep.
You know that? No shit. Fuck, there you go.
And they've been around for like
That's
20.
the way to do it, man.
25 years.
Yeah, a long time.
How many?
Yeah, fuck, that's almost how old I am. Like, Jesus, that's mental. But dude, a band is like a family, I think. Like, almost first and foremost. It's like, it's your brothers. And no matter what music you're making, like that, like, I will lie down in traffic for either of these 2 cunts, you know? It's part of being in a band is that family unit.
I don't know what that's going to achieve. I love it as well.
But I do it.
And now this just became a threesome for.
Yeah, here we go.
I'll be the mate.
But yeah, but that's it. it's a very unique relationship, and so it's crucial that that you can hang out. Otherwise, you're gonna end up getting a divorce. So
that's the thing. Whoever we do get in next, I think it'll be a case of hang out. Well, as long as they can play, but hang out for a bit before.
I think if we found a virtuoso guitarist and he was amazing, but we chilled with him and we just couldn't connect in any way.
Well, sorry, man.
I don't know, right? Like,
we need someone that, preferably if they can sound like they're getting kicked in the shins while they're singing.
Right. There we go. That's how Mike was running.
Yeah. And we need another fuck so we can get fuck in stereo and goes fuck. Jesus Christ. At least that one will laugh.
So you gotta be able to both do a bit of backing vocals and do a funnel in between as well.
Exactly.
I swear.
Nice.
We just want to have fun. That's our whole thing. We just want to have fun.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be a lot of things. Cheers, boys. Cheers.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Cheers.
Well,
I feel a little bit left behind here, but awesome, man. If anyone out there has some questions for the boys, feel free to start typing them in now. I can see there's quite a few comments, so we'll be going through them shortly.
I've got where are they now section. Sorry.
Yeah. We'll be going. There's a lot of of shout outs here. I can see a lot of people appreciate you guys are name dropping. That's excellent.
Have to watch this later.
Another thing I've sort of noticed as we played the intro. Oh, look at that! That's beautiful.
Hey, shut up. Great too.
Where did you get your little Spudgun logo dude from? He's pretty cool.
Funny. I hit up a local tattoo artist.
Oh, sick.
Troy. I don't know him too well, but I met him and he showed me his tats, and I've always known that, like, I think for our aesthetic, like, I designed the logo as well and all that. I thought our aesthetic needed to be not too, like, serious or anything. Like, I like tattoo culture. My brother's a mad fucking tattooist. So it just made sense. I was like, hey, bro, we're called Spudgun. Could you make a potato holding a gun? And he did that, and it looks cool. So I'm very happy.
Awesome. You should again. This is just me thinking out loud, just based on that story. But yeah, you should totally get some. If your brother is a tattoo artist, man, you should get the Spudgun logo as something he could come and tattoo at shows or something.
I love my brother. He's the sickest cunt ever. But like, I have a couple projects that he was supposed to do shit for. Let me just quickly. Nah, I won't. He's a mad cunt, but he's on his own journey. You know what I mean?
See this fucking caricature.
He's got just up. He's got caricatures of my whole family. He's mad talented. There's no like ifs, maybes, buts. Like, he's mad talented with what he does. But he's also similar to me, similar to all of us. It's the rebellious thing, you know. If he's told, oh, I need to do this, he'll be like, no, fuck you, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, right.
He'll do it if he can.
Yeah.
But I like the idea, man. I'll keep working on him. I'll get him.
You missed the spot.
I'll get him.
I suppose you could get someone else down there. Like, it would just like it could be a fun thing as a fan, you know. You could go down there, you could say like as long as it's not the same as the story I got from the Danish Flash Boys and Demolizer the other day, where you sort of you go to a Spudgun show and you end up with like an amputated leg because it's all hell infectious or something. It's probably.
We've been brainstorming a lot on doing our own shows. So you were asking before, like, if we're busy with other things, and like we should have brought this up before, but our own show, we've never actually put on our own show. So we've headlined a lot of shows, but that's only because people have asked us to. So we're at the point now where we're looking to put on our own shows, and we want to make it next level. So I'm not going to say too much, but it's going to be events. Like, it's not just come see Spudgun. It's going to be a proper fucking event. And within that, we could have my brother giving out fucking tattoos. Yes. There'd be legalities there, but we can work around that.
We've already established people need to sign a waiver.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you do end up getting like a blood infection or something, you are completely off. Like,
yeah, straight up.
I love it. So one of my last questions, which I again ask everybody who comes on. So if again, feel free to put your questions in now, guys. We'll do an FAQ after. But the questions I like to ask. Sorry. So I said, yeah. So the question I like to ask everybody is: have you guys got any tips or tricks that might work for any upcoming bands out there? Anything you guys have done that's super good? Anything that's been solid for you guys that you've been successful doing or something? So just some good advice.
So how we got Glastonbury Festival: learn to play drunk, communicate to each other. Communication is key. Be true to you. Get a job where you can be a slacker. And you can also work up, but get a job where you can play guitar and go and fucking, sorry guys, can't be in this day, got to go and do this for the band, you know? Don't let your girlfriend fuck your life up. Take it seriously, but be sure to have fun. Again, practice being drunk. And if you still live with your parents, find out where the nearest golf courses and parks are if you have a date.
I love it.
Cricket. Total fucking cricket.
That is some really, really deep, wise words, and I'm sure they will resonate well with a lot of bands out there.
And if you're gonna put on a show, if you're gonna go on stage and play, go on stage and fucking play.
Yeah,
don't fucking.
I don't know if you said this, but wear a condom. That's important. And when you're doing coke off a toilet seat, wipe the seat down first. You don't know where that seat's been. Wipe it, then put your coke, then. I feel like that's important. Not enough people follow that.
Doing coke off a toilet seat, it doesn't sound like something they would probably recommend, sort of given the whole hygienic and occupational health and safety at the moment. It's probably not high on the list there. But I suppose again, as a rock star, you'd have quite a bit of stuff in your resume. Like you kind of have to be drinking, snorting off a toilet seat and stuff. It's a lot of responsibility.
I'm a little at odds with these two about that, right? But I do genuinely believe that, like, the rock star mentality, not necessarily the lifestyle, but the mentality is important in this business. If you're going to, like, dress the part, have your big hair and your eyeliner, it's like, man, I don't give a fuck about the world. But then, like, you do, and you're, like, real timid and shit, like, I don't know, I have a little bit of odds with that. Like, a little bit of this is fuck the world. It is a little bit of fuck you, I'll do what I want when I want. You know, like, that's rock and roll. That's what we're here for.
Nah.
I don't know. I get to odds with these kinds of
None of us are wearing suits and ties.
Yeah.
Oh, suits and yeah, the whole but it's funny though, because you could have an office job a day, and you know you get your Black Dahlia Murder shirt or your Spudgun shirt on at night, and you go and rock out.
But that's always been a big thing about the whole metal culture, I think, is being able to escape and become who you are. Even though you got to work around sometimes, if you can have that outlet and be happy and get it out in a healthy way, metal is great for that.
Absolutely.
Try to get work on the next day so you can have the best time you can.
All right, let's try and jump over and see what we have. Some of the comments here.
Oh, cool. We have comments. That's nice.
Yeah, we've got lots of comments here, man. Just gotta. So we've got. I have missed the Spud funnel dearly, says Samuel Isaac. He missed the Spud funnel.
Hey, Samuel.
Hey, Sam.
Is Sam saying I don't want to incriminate myself.
And we've got Chris Symes saying, you guys are the best live show in Perth. So there you go. There's some...
That Chris Symes? Shotweiler Photography. He's a dude. I got his fucking patch. I got his patch and he put it on my battle jacket. Mad shout out to Chris Symes. Mad shout out.
Good stuff. And then Drew Victory saying, I watched these dudes play the song close up in the rehearsal room. It goes off. And
goes
off like a bag of prawns in the sun.
He was there at our rehearsal. I think he's just saying it goes off in our rehearsal.
Oh, right.
Nice. And we got Joseph Way says he can confirm that he has killed a pigeon. So there you go.
Hey, J-Dub. Hey. Good, bro.
And Samuel says, oh yeah, he said he would, I would kill to see Tony Galati take a spud funnel. That is totally challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Tony Galati.
What a mad dog.
That would you should totally try and see if you could play a show maybe at Spud Shed. Would that be an option?
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Let's see.
Next door, Spudgun.
There's a lot of shout outs.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Kim Redmond is saying, he said, how did you like gigging with Band of Misfits?
Shit. Fucking shit. Yeah. I hated every fucking second of it. Band of who? We love them. We love them so much.
We've been playing with Band of Misfits since early days.
Band of Misfits gave us, I think, our second ever show.
I think it was
our second ever show at 459. And immediately when we all got off the stage, we didn't know each other for a grain of salt. We sat down and had drinks.
Singing Little Richard in the car park afterwards.
Yeah, no,
with an acoustic guitar.
Always fond memories with those guys.
Oh, fucking absolutely.
They're our dudes. Till the end, they're our dudes. We love them.
They're our
Check out Band of Misfits, everybody. They're sick.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I had a really good chat to Kim again. I think it's probably about a month ago or something. Yeah. So it's again really cool to get to know them as well. And as I said earlier, she was actually the one who recommended you guys. So that's why we're here today.
We'll always be doing music, man, for sure. Love them so much.
Good stuff. Then we've got Chris Symes again. He asks, how many guitars does Clint think that he has smashed?
Exactly 5. 5 on stage, 2 off stage.
For now.
That's very precise. I like it.
Yeah. Well, he's paying for every guitar. So I mean,
he's got one guitars.
I got one from my mate Keith at Cash Converters. Hey, Keith! And when we were in the Spudgun show, he wrote "sold as part, warranty void, do not give refund" when he sold me the guitar because he knew it was for the Spudgun show. I've still got that receipt somewhere.
It's also become a thing. I can't remember the last show we played without smashing a guitar. So it's a thing that you guys can expect. And again, it's why we're going broke.
And that's why we're doing it, yeah.
And if anyone wants to donate guitars for Clint to smash,
yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's good.
If you've got a bass you want me to smash,
this is why I still live. Yeah.
That was sick.
The game is on.
I'm broke from fucking, buying guitars to smash.
Buying guitars and paying for fire.
But it's always fucking worth it. Everything that's gone, you get an instant, whoa! You know?
Yeah.
So how does that work? Like, do you buy some cheap stuff on Gumtree and smash them, or what's the secret?
One of them was my first guitar I ever owned, a little Ashton, and I went, I don't have anything I can smash tonight, and
he does a really cool thing as well where he tells us what he's going to do. So the last song that we play is usually Thank Fuck for the Bar. And when we get ready to play that, I always brace myself because it's a tricky song to play anyway because it's so quick. But I'm also like, what the fuck is Clint going to do tonight? And breaking guitars, he broke the first guitar. I thought he was angry. thought he got pissed off at something. It's like, Clint, man, you need to calm down. Then he like gave me a little look. He's like,
we weren't really.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That as a night, it was already like, oh, this is going to be one of those gigs. And I remember him telling me, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can say that or not.
We can say Grumpies. Grumpies
doesn't.
Keep trying, guys. Keep trying. Oh, they don't exist. Grumpies are shit.
Grumpies, yeah, we weren't really feeling it that night. And then Nathan afterwards told me, oh, he just heard this fucking sound or something and just kept playing and went, oh, I guess that's fucking something else that's gone wrong.
I remember just playing and just out of nowhere I hear, I've got the fold back, everything's noisy out here. Boom! I'm like, fucking something broke, but I'm going to keep playing.
They've got really fucking solid wooden floors and projectors. I used to work there as a fucking glassy. I never realised they were that solid.
That's the thing, man. Any show that you see us play at, Clint's going to break something.
Nice.
Whether it's guitar or not.
Well, so if anybody wants to donate some old instruments, then they can.
Hey, go down to a whole drum kit and Nathan will smash the
I will beat the shit out of that thing.
If I don't fall over it.
Nice. We just have the last one here again from Drew Victory. He says he wants to see Spud Funnels live on the feet. Make it happen, Nath.
Light on the. Well, we did this already.
I was about to say he might have missed it, but here we go.
Clint's gonna do one. What are we using?
You go to.
We're in a death metal band now.
I don't need an octave.
Here we go.
This is the home brew of Ethan's, which will soon be a Spud brew that's available to everybody. Keep your eyes out for that.
I stayed at Ethan's for 3 weeks once, looking after his house.
Can you go down because let's see.
Oh, I can always go down.
Are we ready? Here we go.
Go it.
Yo, I don't know how to do it.
That's all fine there. Go for gold, brother. Here we go.
Here we go.
Good.
Go.
No, there's still more.
Hey, like this more.
Oh, yeah.
Done it.
That's the foam you after.
There's a lot of foam there, bro. There's a lot of foam.
Yeah, you done that.
Yeah, there's more. We'll give it to Ethan.
Okay.
Ethan's got it.
You need to learn
Sharing is caring, man.
Yeah, straight up. Oh yeah, the rest is fine. Done.
That is it. Challenge accepted. And we got some. Drew loves it. He's happy. Approved. Approved, guys. Man, that has been so much fun, guys. Some crazy stories, man.
Perth. You don't have to give us your address or anything, but if you want, I'm free later.
We're actually moving house tomorrow, so I'll probably. Oh, really?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't drink too much.
So I was about to say, I'll probably have to keep packing all night, so that'll be really, really interesting.
Where are you moving?
I'm moving to Auburn Grove, out of all places.
Is that like Coburn?
Coburn.
I used to live around about that area. Yeah, it's a nice area, bro. Very nice area.
It'll do us for now, anyway. So it'll be good. But guys, man, so where should people before we round off? Where should people go to follow you guys? So obviously you've got a couple different social media profiles. Which one is the main one?
Fuck them all. Come see us live.
Yeah, okay.
Facebook, Instagram. We're on everything. You can follow us if you want. But for real, you're only going to understand what we're about if you see us live. That's our whole thing. See us live.
Love it. So that's on that note, it's probably a pretty fitting video that we're gonna finish off on, because this looks like it's a bit of a live shot. This is she.
Yeah, okay. Let's it's cool, but that was the beginning of our career. Like Ethan wasn't even really in the band then. So
Ethan was a roadie.
He was a roadie originally, yeah.
So he worked his way up the ranks. I like it.
Yeah, straight up. It's a fun video, but I mean, again, if you are even, to the people watching, if you're even a little bit interested, you have to see us live. And I'll tell you this as well. If you message our page and say, hey, I want to see you live, like for our next show, we'll put you on the door. You don't need to pay shit. We have a certain amount of door spots. We will put you on those door spots. Our whole thing is that you need to have fun watching live music again, and we want to be the band that fucking does that.
And if we
come on down.
If we run out of door spots,
we'll fucking pay.
We'll pay for your ticket.
We'll pay
and if Ethan can't say what's good, you get in for free.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I love it. Thanks so much, guys, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having us.
We'll be in touch.
As well, for everyone watching, if you're not following Helhammer, you better be fucking following Helhammer, because this cunt is the shit. He actually cares. He's a passionate cunt, so let's make this happen, huh?
Get Commander Panda on next. Commander Panda.
Yeah, I want to hear about them guys.
Thanks, guys, man. Yeah, I was about to say, if you have anyone, like if you want to do a shout out, any bands that you think that we should try and have a chat to here, man, I'd love to hear from you.
Caballeros, Commander Panda. I'll hit you up a messenger.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck moving tomorrow.
Yay!
Peace, dude.
Excellent. All right, see you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in or listening along to the show. If you like the show, please don't forget to leave a 5-star review and subscribe to my social channels. It doesn't cost you anything, but it greatly helps me to build my networks and my chances of getting sponsors to keep this show running. If you want to take it to the next level, please head over to patreon.com/StephenHellhammer and become a patron by joining the exclusive community there. You can start from as little as $3 per month. And for just a little extra, you get access to some fantastic features, outtakes, behind the scenes stuff, and much, much more. That's less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month. And that way you can help me build better content. I can devote more time to find awesome guests and just generally just keep everything flowing. If you want to be on the show or subscribe to my mailing list, send an email to steven@helhammer.com, and that is HELhammer.com. That way I can start sending you exclusive invites, random stuff, and messages that, who knows, you might enjoy. So that's it. Have a rocking day ahead, guys, and I will see you on the live stream or in your headphones very soon. Take it easy.